Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Okay, I am now connected to the Japanese version of ExpressVPN. However, I cannot view all the seasons of Terrace House. This means the only content I can see right now with ExpressVPN is the Netflix originals, which essentially means that this VPN is not unblocking geo-restrictions or not giving me unique content. Or in other words, people who buy ExpressVPN to get geo-specific content are not getting what they paid for. Okay guys, I am now connected to Torguard's streaming IP for Japan. This is the content that was on version of Netflix, ExpressVPN's version of Netflix. I'm going to reload the page and show you that by accessing Torguard's streaming IP, I can now watch 8 seasons of Terrace House. Other words, I am now unblocking geo-restrictions enforced by Netflix so that you can't watch Japanese specific content. Today we're going to be talking about Netflix and unblocking geo-restrictions. I've been seeing a ton of people on my forums at reddit.com/r/Netflix via VPN, and these people are complaining about ExpressVPN no longer working with Netflix. All you have to do, guys, is go here and look for yourself. This guy's saying ExpressVPN is the issue going to be fixed. It doesn't work with certain areas, France, UK. I've noticed people complaining about Japan. They purchased it specifically for Netflix. And this guy's saying, again, I can't get it working for Japan. So it's not really just related to only Japan. It seems like a lot of areas are getting blocked. Not only that, this guy says he's connected to Proton VPN, and it's also getting blocked with Netflix as well. And I've noticed that in the last couple of months, Netflix has kind of been readjusting things, it seems like. Basically what happens now with any VPN, you can connect and watch Netflix originals, but you can no longer watch unblocked geo-restrictions with a lot of VPNs. Before, I mean, for like 2 years between like 2016 2018, more and more VPNs were starting to unblock geo-restrictions, but you couldn't use VPNs to watch Netflix originals. Now what's happening is that you can use VPNs to watch Netflix originals, but more and more VPNs are actually getting blocked right now, not letting you watch specific content regions of Netflix. So let's say you're in the United States of America, you want to watch the Japanese version of Netflix. ExpressVPN no longer seems to be working. A lot of other VPNs no longer seem to be working. I've even seen people have been complaining about Windscribe as well. Proton VPN. A lot of VPNs are being blocked. Another example could be if you're in Japan and you want to watch the USA version of Netflix, or if you're in the EU, you want to watch the USA version of Netflix or something like that. The USA version of Netflix probably has the biggest content library. Some other content libraries like Japan, some other regions have specific unique content that you can watch. So that's why a lot of people are using VPNs in this manner. So guys, what would be the current best VPN to unblock geo-restrictions on Netflix? Well, it's going to be my top rated VPN for doing so. Now, pretty much every VPN out there is using kind of a similar method to unblock geo-restrictions on Netflix. They're doing stuff like rotating shared IPs between users, some kind of DNS, residential proxy thing or something like that. But it seems like Netflix has kind of wisened up and has figured out how to block more and more VPN services, more and more users from accessing specific content regions. So that is why I will always recommend the same thing. Torguard VPN is unique in that it offers what are called streaming IPs. If you purchase their streaming bundle, you're going to get 2 streaming IPs that work within 6 regions. You get to pick 2 regions. So if you're United States of America, you could pick something like UK and Japan, get access to those libraries, or you could pick something like USA and UK if you're outside of those countries. So it works really well. The only downside again is you only get access to 2 countries. You get to pick from around 6. But again, more and more services are getting blocked anyways, so it's better to have 2 working than none. I used to recommend ExpressVPN specifically for people who wanted to hop around different regions. They wanted more than 2 regions. The reliability factor wasn't as good, but you would get to hop around different Netflix regions and stuff like that. However, now I'm not even recommending ExpressVPN as much because so many people are having problems with it. Additionally, with other VPNs as well. Pretty much any VPN that's not using a streaming IP, looks like it's going to be having some pretty big issues with Netflix right now and into the future. So that is why right now, as of now, I am only recommending TorGuard VPN streaming bundle as a 100% working solution. The streaming bundle includes everything within TorGuard VPN's main package, including those 2 streaming IPs. Of course, it is very expensive if you do not use my promo code. If you put validate code here for code Netflix, you're gonna get 50% off, and this is gonna be a permanent discount. It's around $11 a month for 1 month of the streaming bundle. If you wanna go annual, it's gonna be around $60. 2 years is going to be around $100. So it's a pretty good price. It's cheaper than ExpressVPN, more reliable. You could choose from 2 regions, from USA, UK, France, Germany, Spain, and Japan. Picking specific regions like France can get you some interesting content, or Germany, Spain as well. You just got to be careful sometimes because certain shows and certain things that you can unblock will have some subtitle issues. I know in France, for example, if you want to watch Naruto Shippuden, you can't really watch it with the English subtitles. You're going to have to watch like with Japanese subtitles or French subtitles. However, some stuff like Terrace House on the Japanese version of Netflix does have English subtitles, so sometimes it's not an issue. But anyways, guys, that's kind of round up that video. If you want my recommendation for the best VPN for Netflix right now, I would go only with TorGuard and only with this discount code, since it makes it much more affordable. I actually think the actual value is more close to what it is here, because you are getting uniquely owned streaming IPs. It's non-refundable because you cannot, they're not letting anyone use the streaming IPs besides you, which is what makes it not get blocked, like what's happening with other streaming services right now. Anyways, guys, if you have any more comments about this recommendation or about how to use this, let me know down in the comments down below. So guys, I decided to make a quick guide here within the video on how to get the streaming bundle working. Pretty much what you're going to do is buy whatever package you want with code Netflix to get 50% off. The second thing you're going to do is email support from the account panel of your TorGuard account. You're going to email them through a ticket, and you're going to say that you want 2 specific IPs. If you want the UK, Japan IP, or whichever one, you're going to specify which ones you want, and you can even explain to them why you want them. From here, support will respond to your ticket and send you the IPs in an email. You'll get these IPs in the email, and you could copy and paste them once you navigate to the More settings and then the Servers tab within the TorGuard application, and then you can add the IPs there. From here, you can connect to the servers at the top of the list. This is pretty much the exact same method you can use on TVs as well. If you have a Fire Stick from Amazon, the application works pretty much exactly the same. If you want to watch it on smart TVs or maybe even game consoles, you're going to have to do the router method, which is a little bit more complicated, but I've made videos on the channel talking about how to get Netflix working on PS4s, and the process is pretty much exactly the same. Anyways, guys, of course, let me know down in the comments down below if you have any troubles with this, or if you decide you want to buy the streaming bundle. TorGuard support will help you out and get it working without any issue. I've made several videos on how to use these streaming IPs, so if you decide you do want to get the streaming bundle, I'll put the link down in the description down below for it, as well as a complete walkthrough on how to set these up. I've even shown videos on how to set these up through routers and stuff like that, and it's also compatible with Fire Stick as well, so I've even made a video on that. I'll put all the links down in the description down below related to this streaming bundle and how to set it up, so you guys won't have any issues. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll see you again on the next one very soon.